Yes, people, you're now watching Tru-Fam TV.
TruFam TV.
I'm Mr Mysto.
And I'm Tiny, don't know what it is.
Yeah, let's go.
Section intercepting the journey, and so I look to one direction. Valid on the use.
Past achievements. Well, start off with when I was 17, I dropped a mixtape called Walk With Me. About age of 17, 18. So right then I didn't really have much of a following, so I just kind of, you know, I was just in my zone, you know, feeling the music. I just wanted to have something to my name, you know. I had my brother, you know, dropping mixtape after mixtape after mixtape. Just had to drop a mixtape. Didn't really care about my following. You know, obviously I wanted people to hear it, you know. I've got a lot of good feedback from it, and just been growing since then, really.
Let's see me riding the wave, so I'll ride with the game. Let's see me on the wave with the fam, that's a plan.
Well, actually, I'm working on something right now. My new single I'm going to release soon. It's called As One. Yeah, bit of singing, you know, do a bit of rapping in there as well, so it's really cool. Instrumentals are two-faced beats, so it's kind of showing like two different sides to me, you know what I mean? So that should be really interesting, really fun to listen. I like it. So yeah, I like it so far. So, you know, that's really cool. That's what I'm working on at this precise moment in time.
Currently, really, I'm just working on increasing my fan base. So I mean, recently I dropped a video called Let's Go. Had a lot of positive feedback from that. It's on Twitter. It's definitely been a favourite.
Riding the wave, so I'll ride with the game. I cannot follow the route straight, I escape. And fighting the current, make my own fate.
Riding away.
Mr Mysto.
Featuring yours only, your one and
Tiny. Riding a Wave, you can get that from iTunes, so make sure you get that. What inspired me? Well, really, I was kind of, the tone of the instrumental just kind of made me think about a lot of things that I went through, you know, a lot of the changes. You know, if you looked at me like maybe 3 years ago or so, I would have been a totally different person, you know. So, you know, that transformation kind of, you know, I was riding a wave, you know, kind of a wave like a life kind of wave, if that makes sense, you know. So I've kind of moved from one place to another. So really, in a sense, what inspired me to write that would, you could say, just my own experiences.
Yeah, really, just life in general.
Take the caption off my words if it ain't hard to see. Me, ready to die with the martyrs, ride for respect, stacking for the Gucci's and the Pradas. Sacrificing everything.
Wow. Yeah.
Size 2.
Shh. No, that's a lie. I'm actually size 2.5/3. So yeah, that's a random fact about my fate. My fate. Yeah, the size 2.5/3. More of a 3. You know, let's just say 3. Yeah.
A random fact, right? A random fact. Oh, listen, I can tell you now that some of the best lyrics, like if you've been listening to me from, you know, from day, and you know, you've been following me, I can tell you now the best lyrics I've ever come up with is in the shower. No word of a lie. I don't know what it is about the shower, but you know, when I'm in there and I'm thinking about music, sometimes lyrics just pop into my head. I'm just like, wow. When I get out of the shower, I need to write that down. You know what I mean? You know, so.
Whether you get out and it goes. No.
Arms reaching from a couple lifelines, nothing like a palm reading. Listen me riding a wave, so I'll ride with the game. I cannot follow the.
It's gotta be my mum, you know. She's definitely one of the biggest, because obviously, like, I grew up to her like singing, songwriting, playing her guitar. She does her thing, so that's definitely where I got
Shout
some
out to Norma Jean.
Norma Jean, yes. Got a lock on. I listen to her tunes. She's big, and Yeah, everyone really, just music in general, do you know what I mean? Like everybody, but I'd say it started from my mum. Mummy! I'll take you, mum.
Biggest musical inspiration, for me, it's complicated. If anyone knows me, I'm not good at picking favourites, like with anything. So for me, I wouldn't say I had a favourite artist or anything like that, but my inspiration came from a multitude of places. So, you know, there's people from West Midlands, you know, I listened to their music and thought, yeah, you know, I really like that. And it's like you've kind of taken little bits of inspiration from each person, you know, whether they're, you know, up there making millions, whether they're just, you know, on the ends, you know, just making tunes and stuff like that. You kind of take something from everyone, and it kind of, I think that's my main inspiration, is just people who make real music. That's what I would say is my main inspiration. So if you're making real music, shout out to you.
But to those with the arms reaching from a couple lifelines, nothing like a palm reading. Listen me riding a wave, so I ride with
You know what, yeah, has to be said. I heard it the other day, Joy B. Wicked voice, man, wicked. I know there's a lot of other people doing their thing right now. A lot of the time I don't really get to hear many Wolverhampton artists' name really stick in my head, you know.
Yeah.
I think because I've been doing music for so long, working with Tru-Fam, you're working with people that's on such a high caliber that it's like, you know, there's not that many people that really stick in my head. But one other person, artist called Men's. Yeah, for a younger, you know, he's going hard. So shout out to Men's, shout out to Joy B doing this.
Well, for myself, Aaliyah Latifah, I like her voice. Yeah, she's young, she's from Wolverhampton. She's doing her thing, you know, those songwritings and her music. I know that. I reckon, yeah, she'll do good. I'm really feeling her. I mean, I'm not. I think I rate everybody. To be fair, like everybody in Wolverhampton, you're doing your thing. You get me? Just keep it up, giving us a name. Like, hold tight, everybody. But I think one of my favourites, I have to say, is definitely Aaliyah Latifah. So shout out to you, girl.
Yeah.
TruFamTV.